told you there'd be more than one part of this. So, we're on to the birthday rants, aren't we? And it's obviously my birthday today. We've already discussed that once in the first one. The number one rant. And here I am, having me bowl of Lucky Charms. Aye. Ain't nothing fucking cliche about it. Get the fuck over it. No, ain't that a fucking travesty? You're going to take a fucking bite, and the goddamn thing rolls right off your fucking spoon onto the ground. Greek fucking tragedy. Everyone fucking dies at the end. How do you fucking like that? I mentioned me father in the last one. And you have to think of family on this day, especially your father, especially me. And my father, he'd been gone for 15 years now. Great man, great life, and spoken very highly of. Now, my third base coach, Uncle Brad, loved my father dearly. He called me mother, me mother, he called him his mother, which, he thought she was because of my grandfather. He was very sick at the time. So, he's more like an uncle brother, and I'm like to his children and his grandson, I'm like the uncle, brother, cousin. It depends on how you look at it, because I'm like his brother, but his kids are like my siblings. But yet I'm their cousin, but I'm more like an uncle because I'm like his brother, and I'm like an uncle to his grandson. So it's one of those situations with the uncle, brother, cousin going on. It's just easier to say it that way, uncle, brother, cousin. But several stories I've gotten told, and this one's from my Uncle Virgil. So, Travis, if you're watching this, or Marsha, if you're watching this, hopefully I get this right, because I believe that you both remember this story. And I don't think Travis was old enough to remember this, because this happened 15 years ago. And Travis, I don't think you're in the picture yet. And probably not. But it was on the day my father's funeral happened, and Uncle Virgil, he gets in the mood sometimes, and he finally got into a mood he could talk about Dad. And it'd been a long, long time since anyone talked good about my father. Divorce and all this horrible thing. Especially in an Irish Catholic family. Holy shit. It ain't good. I love them Lucky Charms. They make everything better. I could be getting kicked in the fucking nuts right now. As long as I get a bowl of fucking Lucky Charms, you can go fuck yourself. I love Lucky Charms. One more bite. Bear with me. Big one. Ha-ha. Alright, that's good. So we get some smooth. Now, mind you, I've been to prison. I've met a few interesting characters. I met a man down there, a T-Bone Taylor. Got to meet him. He was doing some medical down there at Oakdale. And he plays a part in the story. I got to meet the man in the story. I hadn't told no one else about this because this is one of the things I wanted to save for right now. Story time. And I didn't really talk to him about much, but he seemed to be a decent enough guy. In prison. Clearly, he's there for life, but a whole other thing. So this is how this story starts out. It's the early 80s, and that's before me and my brother had come along, long before me had come along. And they had the old green van then, the old green bomb. Had no air conditioning, had panel sides, rolled down front windows, and the back windows didn't pop open. It's fucking July. And my father, my mother, my Uncle Virgil, and my Aunt Marcia decide, wild hair up, but gonna chuck down the highway and go on to Florida in the fucking summer. We're gonna go south in the summer. Yeah, it's vacation time. Here's what it is. So they're driving down south. And my father, he worked at the federal building as a bailiff for many years. So he had his service pistol with him. And he had a Colt 1911, 45, sitting on the hump of the van. Didn't take nothing of it. Obviously loaded. Dad could carry at the time. He had his permit. Wasn't a big deal. Plus being, technically a federal employee, a bailiff, a cop if you would. He could carry like that. It wasn't a big deal. That's at the 80s, a little more conservative time. Reagan was in office, and God love it, gun rights were still there. Brady Bill still being worked on at the time. So it wasn't a big thing then, not like it is now. About 45 sitting in a fucking dash your vehicle, you better have 15 permits and a good goddamn reason why it's sitting there, not in a glove box or on your hip or attached to you somehow. Good God, it's just resting there. So they're chugging down the highway, and there's a checkpoint. Well, T-Bone Taylor had escaped from prison here in Iowa. So, they stop. The trooper comes strutting back. He's got his fucking round brown hat on, pulled clear the fuck down. And as Virgil says, his hat is right here. And all you can see is his beady fucking eyes stared at you from underneath the bill. You can hardly even see anything besides that. Just his beady fucking eyes, he says. And this guy says, "No, you gentlemen, you know where you're going, right? You know there's a crazed killer on the loose, right?" And me father goes, "Oh, we know that. Well, we hope you're taking all the proper precautions." And he sees the 45 there sitting on the hump. And he goes, "Well, I see you guys have the proper precautions. You all drive safe. No more fucking questions." Off he went. Problem fucking solved. Right there. Hup. Done. So, there's the T-Bone Taylor story. So they're in Florida, and they go to this fancy restaurant there in Florida, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever fucking stars it is. Well, it's a busy night, and my father, he wanted a steak. And my father was a meat and potatoes kind of guy. Well, of course, you know, everyone to go along to, they want to have something good too. It was a hell of a trip going down there, blowing out air mattresses, going up in the fucking gravel. That was just a pain in the arse. It's horrible, but it's good stories time. So, I go to this restaurant there, and they're waiting for a table. The waitress has just been a right ass shite. Just a right ass shite. Not being polite to him, not being nice to him, just being a bitch. That's all there is to it. So what do you do with that? You don't do much. There's not much you can do. You know, but the bartender, he knows what's going on. God bless the bartenders. They see their Irish lads coming. Of course, both sides of the family are Irish, and they're Irish Catholic, you know, and they say, there's 2 Irish brothers, I got to take care of them. So my father and me Uncle Virgil, they're ordering doubles. Well, the bartender sees they're having a problem, so they're giving them doubles of whiskey. And doubles, that's 8. Yes. I believe that's correct. Anyways, they're getting their doubles. And they're drinking their doubles, and they're having quite a few of these. And they're pretty well, they're good and Irish stuff, we'll say. If they were coffee, they wouldn't be too dark. They'd be really, really, really light and caramely in color. And quite, when you take a sip, delicious. But anyways, it's time to pay the bill. Now the steaks are mediocre. My father, he worked at the Sirloin Stockade, so he knows a good steak is. And my Uncle Virgil, he knows a good steak is. Ohio boys. And they're in Florida, and they're having these wonderful steaks. Oh, the best steaks we got here on the menu are these steaks here. And we're in Florida, you know, we're at a top restaurant. Oh, fuck you, dude. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You haven't been to Iowa. Go out there, lop off a lump on a fucking cow and eat that son of a bitch. I'll tell you how good that fucking thing is right at the cow. Tender, delicious, juicy. Still fucking mooning and bleeding. Ah. So, time to come pay the bill. Virgil says to me, father, he goes, Mike, you know, go get the van. Take the women with you. I'll take care of the tab. Your father doesn't want to know what the hell Virgil's up to. Virgil's got one into minds that goes 3 directions at the same time, and somehow he accomplishes it. So, my father takes me mother, me aunt Virgil out to the van, has it going, leaves the door popped open for Virgil, because I think he knows that he's going to need a getaway vehicle for some reason. Now, he doesn't think that he's sticking the place up, but a quick exit would be very tactful, or ideal. I don't know if tact has anything to do with this, but it's funny. So the waitress comes back over, and she's been a right bitch, and she goes, I got your tab. Are you ready to pay for it? And Virgil goes, I got your bill right here, and he grabs onto her, plants a wet, sloppy one right on her lips. Leaves her standing there with no fucking money, doesn't pay the fucking tab, out the fucking door he goes, dines and dashes, hops in the fucking truck and drives the fuck away. And that was a trip down there to to Florida. So I figured I need to share that on my birthday. My family, my father especially. My mother tells the stories a little bit differently. She tells a little more conservatively. My Uncle Virgil, he told a little well, he told in more detail, and I dare not say the detail. We'll just leave it at that. I'm pretty sure that there's some charges that can still be pressed even though he's dead. So, until then, happy birthday to me again. God love you. You know I do.